breaking news, Cash.
Oh, we got some breaking news, yo. Jaylen Brown. I'm for that. Jaylen Brown for Paul George and 2 firsts. We said 2 first and 2 second round picks. Jaylen Brown is out. The Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum era is over. Paul George is in
I'm
Boston.
honestly, that's the one time that this is maybe one of the few times that I feel like I don't like it.
I don't like it, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. I don't like how it went down. You get what I'm saying? But like in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't like how it don't feel right. You get what I'm saying? It just don't feel right. Like
what part of it?
No, I'll never forget
the treatment of all of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like the fact that you're 2 years removed from a championship.
Finals MVP.
First team all defense. Could have been defensive player of the year if Wemby wasn't in it. Like it's almost led them boys back to the promised land.
By himself.
Proved to everybody that he could do it. I'm not just saying this about JB. I'm just saying about how quickly it moves on.
This
is 2 years. Removed from a championship. That's why I said it doesn't feel right.
Don't smell right.
It doesn't feel right.
Like here's the thing that gets me is like from a media like from a person who's a media person, and you hear that okay they're in the Giannis sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, we can all understand that somebody like that gets on the market. You want to see what it takes to get them.
Nah.
No, I'm with you, Melo.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna let you speak.
You at least put a call in because you never know. You could go for the low, and you don't want your rival to get them. You know what I mean? In the name of winning, so you figure out whatever it is. The thing to me is once you make the decision that I'm willing to trade one of my franchise pillars, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Once he's out there, and we know he's out there, you've embarrassed this player to a large degree.
Yeah.
What I've done for you don't count. All right, cool, it's business. We can roll with that. But you can't dangle me out there, pull me back, and then have me sitting and waiting for days and weeks and letting us speculate on why you not rocking with him.
This whole thing.
That's the jacked up part about the game is the game.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. You too, Melo. Like this whole thing smells funny. I'll never forget the episode. Right, I think we had 2 Chainz here.
Mm-hmm.
We had an episode. We shot some post game stuff, and I think it was right before Jason Tatum was about to come back, and you said something along the lines of like, "Yo, Tatum should probably work his way back because JB cooking right now. Like, you know, they're moving really good. You know what I'm saying? The whole Drew Hanlon thing happens. He responds, all this type of shit. And I'll never forget that because I was like, they traded Simons, they traded Vooch, they traded all these guys that worked well with Jaylen Brown to acquiesce to Tatum. And I'll never forget Tatum saying, like, I didn't come back to not be Jason Tatum. And now a couple months later, Jaylen Brown's gone. You know, he let it be known this was his favorite season. It was the season when Tatum was out
blown
there.
out of proportion.
Like, I mean, he played his ass off. Like, great.
Why wouldn't he enjoy that?
You know?
I agree. Go ahead, finish.
But
why wouldn't he enjoy that?
It is so interesting that this trade really went down, man. Like, I didn't like the way it felt like people were trying to devalue him. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like people.
So
the whole analytics conversation.
Because I think what he's feeling, nobody is supporting him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, why the fuck nobody is supporting me? Like, what did I really do outside of what your opinion may be about me? What did I really do to make y'all not really support me like that?
Right.
So therefore, I got to take this shit into my own hands and control my shit. Because the way if I let y'all control my shit, we already see where this is at, right? I do believe that him and JT was on the same. I do believe that they spoke. I do believe that they had conversation. They had to. I mean, they had to. After that backlash that I caught from that, I'm out of it. I don't know shit. I'm just saying it's cool. It's cool. I'm just saying it's not about JT getting him out of there or Brown and JT not working together. I think it's way past that. I think it's top level. I think this is top level. This has nothing to do with Jason Tatum and JB. Those guys are very close. I think this is top level. And Boston exposed their hand. They exposed their hand. You don't go out there and dangle Jaylen Brown out there like that.
Yeah.
Like, why? And we 2 years out of this shit. Like, we fresh.
Now, this is me literally just in the moment, like, as I'm processing this. Paul George got 2 years left on his contract, and Paul is older, right? And you got 2 first-round picks, 2 seconds. Or I don't know if it's like protections, packages, or whatever. We have to see it later. I wonder if they are looking at this like, Jaylen Brown got 3 years left on his deal, making big money. Him and Tatum making the same money. He up for an extension to make $70 million that he could have signed. Maybe it was simply a financial decision that we gotta cut this salary. Paul George got 2 years left and he's older. Yeah. And we getting picks. Like, the problem with this is because the Celtics have said nothing.
I was about to get $60 million.
No, the
Giannis, you was about to bring another motherfucker for $60 million.
But I think you can easily make sense of that when that's a top 5 player.
Yeah, that's a 2-time MVP.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
like
it.
You can make sense of that because you're like, the money gonna come back to us because we gonna really be a contender. If you identified your team as saying, man, we ain't really got it. The bigs we ain't got. This ain't the same team that won a title.
Right.
This is, you got some who is this dude out there? Respectfully, you know what I mean? So if they've made a decision to cut salary, the problem is that we won't know until they say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I feel bad for ball players, because teams will dangle a player out there. They will or won't tell us why. Like, sometimes we legit don't know because the teams won't be honest with us. And then with Jaylen, the problem, Melo, was it wasn't that teams didn't want him. Yeah. It was that the Celtics had placed such a premium on what they were asking for. What it's like, man, that price too high.
Right.
We can't give that up for a player that we love, but we ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now
it makes the player look like nobody wants him because the team has set a price that's way too high.
Well, it looks like that, but now that I'm processing it,
that's a major part of it too.
In my eyes, Boston kind of did him a solid. They sent him to Philadelphia.
Bro,
Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe.
You looking at the end result.
And Jaylen Brown.
You're looking at the end result.
Okay.
Like, we will get to how that team looks.
Of course.
You got to sit with it.
On the other side, I'm like, the Sixers look pretty good.
You got to understand what this really is. Like, we're not just talking about a regular player. We're not. Like, how many of these guys, like a Jaylen Brown, have went through this?
Yeah.
And you ain't sent them away. You sent them up the street. I just know about that. You normally send a player.
You
send a player up, across the country.
Yeah.
They sent him up the freeway.
Yeah.
But JB, man, he's never.
You sent him to the team that just walked you down.
I just walked you down, son.
You seen it before.
You just blew a 3-1 lead to these dudes. You did the reverse KD. They traded you to the team.
Don't that sound like spite? You know what I mean? You know what I don't say personal.
That's
but
why I said it has nothing to do with those two guys.
I didn't even think about it like that.
It has nothing to do with those two guys. It has everything to do with, this is organizational structure, right?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, there's nothing, anything, sports, nothing executive take more than a very talented.
Intellectually.
Yes, intellectually.
Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
You can't spin.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's outspoken.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if you do some bullshit, they're going to be like, yo, that's some bullshit.
They're going to call you out on
or
it.
they Twitch stream or whatever. You know what I mean? Their podcast, they show, whatever they got going on. So maybe he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. He's like, yo, that's some bullshit.
And I think that's sometimes that's used to his detriment. I think that's used against him a lot of times. Which is why he got to shoot back by himself. But he's so intelligent that he knows how to shoot back.
Who in Boston had his back? Like from an organizational standpoint, like his teammates, you stand with him, you support him. But I'm saying in general, like that whole thing there, who in Boston had Jaylen Brown's back? And I'm not saying that I'm asking it like rhetorically.
If they had his back, it wasn't as publicly known as it probably should have been.
But
there was never a moment you would see Jason Tatum be like, Jaylen Brown's
when somebody in the building, Melo, they ain't got to say it publicly, but you know what the vibe is.
Yeah,
if somebody got your back or not.
Player, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know when they don't. They ain't got to say that either.
Yeah.
You just feel it.
Yeah, that's true.
Did he feel that?
That's a real question.
That's a crazy trade, Philly.
They sent him to Philly, dog.
The Knicks wouldn't have got the entire NBA saying, "Fuck it, we ain't good enough yet. We gotta do something."
I like that. I like Maxey, VJ,
VJ, JB, and Embiid.
Well, that's availability with Joel.
But hey, you give me JB, Maxey, and VJ, I still like my chances. You just got Porty, who's solid. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna get some minutes now?
He might be
probably.
a starting center.
He might be starting a lot of games. He might be starting a lot of games. Like
he might be the luckiest nigga that's out there right there.
No,
he gonna play.
He
gonna be Porty starting center for him.
He's starting a lot of games for them this year.
I'm calling bullshit because y'all saw that series.
Yeah,
y'all saw that series, right?
Right, of course.
When the Knicks won the first 2 games, what did y'all say? Hey, they sweeping them boys. These are the same dudes.
That's a fact.
They let the Knicks come and take over their building on Mother's Day weekend. They didn't even let these dudes.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it.
So what I'm saying, you talking about like mental toughness. You not saying that Jaylen Brown isn't, but can Jaylen Brown turn around what clearly is something in the water over there in that entire operation?
Well, I think yes, he can. He can bring something different to Philly that it alleviates what the conversation is right now. Because you have to cater to Joel as long as Joel is there, right? So now the pendulum has swung. Now Maxey lead this charge, right? So now Joel, he don't have to perform like the Joel. We are accustomed to Joel performing at that level. Now, those 2 guys could perform at that level, and Joel can be that 3rd guy who can bring Philly and put them over the top. If that's how Joel is looking at this. Because now the ball is in Maxey's hand. And now it's JB and Maxey 1-2 punch with VJ thrown in there, right? So now Joel got to really sit there and be like, okay, what can I really bring to this team? I go through the same thing every single year. And he did get better and healthier. And
he finished the season healthy.
Right? So depending on how he comes back, this should motivate him to stay on that track of how he came back. But let's be frank. We know Joel's going to miss games.
Yeah.
It's expected. We understand that. Do what you got to do to take care of your body. So there's no pressure on Joel to try to go out there and lead this team when he comes back. You're the third, fourth guy. And that's not taking nothing away from him because you still the man. You still the guy when you in there. But the mentality of, okay, I got to let Maxey and JB help me out at this point in time. And if he does that, now Philly raises their stock to another level.
That's a lot of ifs, dog.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ifs, Melo. Melo doing some selling right now.
Because I'm only speaking about Philly. I'm not comparing them to nobody.
They're going to be disgusted in 2K. In 2K, that's going to be great.
I'm speaking on
There's a lot of ifs.
I'm not speaking on them on comparing. I'm not comparing them.
The first time ever that I heard that you say.
What
It looked great on paper.
Yeah, it looked great on paper.
Yeah.
But we gotta play together.
But they do got to play together,
man.
But that's easy to play together. They complement each other.
Yo, quietly the Atlantic Division.
Maxey and JB complements each other.
The Atlantic Division's looking nuts right now.
If you get to see some bullshit, you gonna say, yo, listen,
See, the thing is, he ain't gonna see no bullshit from Maxey.
Right.
Because Maxey is locked in on that level too.
Right.
No, I think VJ is like, he on his way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He had some games this season that he looked like a future star himself.
We'll see if Philly's still making moves.